If you wear a uniform or distinctive clothing at work, you could be missing out on a tax allowance for cleaning it.
The money could be worth up to £56 a year, and your claim can also be backdated.
Most people don't seem to know about it, as we found out in Birmingham.
That's a bit crazy, actually. I don't know what tax I can claim back like, but.
Is it something you'll look into?
Yeah, absolutely. If I can get some of my money back, you know, times are hard, you know.
Every time you clean something, you're using up your washing tablets, and it costs a lot of money to use the washing machine. So, yeah.
I have quite a considerable amount. I've got 2 of these. I've got 3 different colours of these. I've got 2 pairs of trousers, 5 shirts. Initially, we had vouchers about 15 years ago, which we used to actually get our uniform cleaned, and then it was incorporated within our actual tax code. So we are now responsible.
So Paul Lewis of Moneybox and Radio 4 is with us now. Paul, a lot of people wear work gear, don't they, which is logoed and only for work.
Yes, it really has to be distinctive. That's the word the revenue uses. And normally that means having a logo on it, as those people that we just saw. Now, you're wearing a very smart suit. That won't be allowable. But if you had BBC Breakfast embroidered on it in our colours, then it probably would be. So it is that distinction between workwear you can't wear anywhere else. There are special rules, though, for people in caring services, hospitals, care workers. They can get allowances, even if it's not specifically logoed. And if you have to wear an evening suit, a dinner suit, in the day, then that can also count. So if you're a waiter or a croupier, that can count.
What doesn't count? I mean, you mentioned Charlie's suit, but there
there
are some requirements, aren't there, that employers make of employees about workwear that may not be particularly branded.
No, that's absolutely right. I mean, if your employer says, well, all the women have to wear pale blue blouses or all the men have to wear blue shirts, that won't count. But if that shirt or blouse has something distinctive on it, then yes. And if it's in really, really garish colours, you know, orange, green and black stripes or something that you couldn't possibly wear outside, and that if anyone saw you, they'd say, yes, that's the person who works for such and such a company, then that would probably count. But my advice is claim. I mean, I have heard from people this morning who have claimed and got it even where it's not specifically logoed. I've also heard from bus driver Stephen, who says he's claimed this allowance and got a rebate for the last few years and got his tax code reduced in future. So a lot of people in those sort of traditionally uniformed services certainly can claim.
Just on a practical basis, how do you do it? What do you have to give them? What evidence?
Well, I have to put my hand up here, Charlie. Earlier I said that there's a downloadable form on the website. It turns out it actually isn't downloadable. That's a different form. The easiest way is just to write to the revenue, either the address on your notice of coding or the PAYE office in Liverpool, and the address for that is on hmrc.gov.uk website. And just say where you work, who your employer is, what you have to wear, why you couldn't possibly be seen out in it in the street because it's distinctive, and ask for a rebate. And you can get it back for the last 5 years, and if you've been working there, and your tax code adjusted in the future.
All right, Paul, thanks very much.
Thanks, Paul. Let's see, 8:26 is...